anywhere, not be bothered, not be hindered, right? If you let go of all the things that you can get, all the benefits, and you look at this from its essence of what it is, like what does it really mean to say that you're Moorish American? And to have that as a mantra. Because you're going to be bombarded with people trying to convince you that you're not that. It's like Jose Pimenta Bay talks about that if their claim is that the Moors were defeated in 1492, it's their claim that the Moors were defeated. Why, after you defeat these people, are you gonna go further and change their name from Moors to other stuff? The long grocery list of names that we have adopted are names that came after 1492 when the Moors fell. So why would they change the Moors' names from Moor to all these other names if they're already defeated? Like, you defeated them. But that's the power of the birthright. That's the power of being an heir to a vast estate. And nobody wants anybody to realize that the reclamation of the vast estate is what caused the bank crash. The acknowledgement of being Moorish American was a frequency, was a vibration. This is why every single temple had everything going on at the same time in all these different jurisdictions. Because if you have Moors in temples and branch temples on Holy Day at 7 p.m., all saying the Moorish American prayer at the same time, all reading the 101 question at the same time, all of them reading divine constitution and bylaws at the same time, yeah, you're going to change the frequency and the vibration of the jurisdiction that you're in. Guaranteed you will. Guaranteed you will. Because this is divine first. Right? Look how fast look how rapid Moors pick up on what the threat is, right? If you check RV Bay publications, you already know that, you know what I mean, they put out the shoveling ourselves out of the avalanche of lies article, right? Explaining that, like, as active Moors, we have an obligation to make sure that people get their birthright, understand it, conceptualize it properly. This is the European. Majority of people, they're going to tell you bank crash 1933. This is the European telling you 29. Why they keep talking about 33? Because it keeps you away from the story of Noble Drew Ali going to the Pan American Conference. That you're not going to find any information on that Pan American Conference that was in Havana, Cuba. Zero information is available on that. Zero. We checked microfilm. Zero. All the other Pan American conferences, they got info on it. The 6th Pan American Conference, nothing. Because the point is Noble Drew Ali. That's the point. No, not the man. Stop it. We're not worshiping no dead people and all that stuff. The info that he brought, where he took Moors, the levels that he went with the information to make sure that Moors are vibrating on their crown chakra. That once you study, it's unavoidable that you're going to wake up to the truth about your birthrights. And then as soon as you talk to somebody, if they're not sincere and they're not about uplifting you or whatever like that, they would be like those people, you got the last, you know what I mean, about to get to the top of Mount Everest and then pull your ankle. Because they don't want to see you make it. They don't want to see you do it for yourself. They want to be the ones to do it for you. They can't do it for you because it's your birthright. And they know that because they're you know what I mean, if they're gonna say that they're a group of Moors that came together because they're trying to find they're gonna fight against whatever, where were they 20 years ago? Where were they 30 years ago? When active Moors were, they were learning from those same active Moors that they're talking BS about right now. And then because it's new people that are coming into the information, they have no clue that the same people that they're dissing, that they studied under. And then they thought, we don't do that anymore because, you know, we realize the fraud of the... Don't be fooled by these clowns. Don't be fooled by them. Don't be fooled. Everybody's job is to play you out of your birthright. Trust me. We just got a call yesterday. People out here calling themselves noble. They're noble whatever. Selling birthrights. Still. People saying that they're noble. That's their name. That's what they call themselves. Noble whatever. And they have, you know, classes that they do and don't go to Kudro because, you know, they don't know what, they're not teaching what you're supposed to learn. We have the real stuff over here, 800. And dummies pay. But, you know, they're going to cross the wrong dummy. They will cross the wrong dummy. Religious controversy. In this age, there is still much religious controversy as to the right thing. Remember, this is 1900s. 1900s, and then today we read this, and what he said in the 1900s is still playing out today. So doesn't that mean that he's a prophet and we should probably consider what he's put out? Just consider it. You don't even have to say that you're more. Just go read what Noble Drew Ali wrote. Go read the Quran. Forget about people talking about plagiarism and all that stuff. Just go read it. The 101 questionnaire, don't worry, it's small. Don't worry, just go read it. Just read it. Just so you can say that you read it. Just like you read, you know what I mean, Sports Illustrated or whatever. Just read the Quran. Read the Moorish literature. Read the oral statements. Just read it. And then when you read it for yourself, you know, send a message and let me know. Did something happen after you read it? Did something go off in you? know? Did you read a line of something and it struck your, you know what I mean, chakras like strumming some guitar or something like that? That probably means that you're where you're supposed to be. If you get some type of inner, mental, spiritual, whatever sensations from reading Quran, for example, take that as you are where you're supposed to be. Especially if you've been reading stuff for the past 2-3 years and never had that sensation before. And then you read something in the Quran, you're like, what the? This is what's in this? Nah, this is not what's in this. And you want to read more and find out more? Probably where you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? But don't worry about the people who've been holding you back from this. Just remember that when you get on it, that it's your birthright. And you've been supposed to know. And the reason that you don't know is because your own people kept you from it. In whatever organization that you had belonged to before you came to this information, they robbed you. Because they got orders from Noble Drew Ali that they were supposed to teach people about Constitution and law and civics and all that. And they didn't do it. Made our parents grow up being Negro, black, colored people. Made our parents grow up that the church stole the property that my grandma was to get, that would have been passed to my mom, that would have been passed to me. That's how they did to all of us. So we left the islands and came over here. A better life and all that stuff. Paying $100 and whatever $1,000 mortgage. Which 20 years later, now 30, 40 years later, now people are paying 400 something thousand for smaller properties. You think this stuff's not going belly up right now? There's still much controversy, not just religious. The majority of the controversy is coming from people who look like yourself, whose job it is to create confusion. Because the theme is that they know that people don't study. They know that it might not even be that people don't want to. You know what I mean? Life happens. And when life happens, you don't know what you got time for. There's people not even eating because they don't have enough time. So they're definitely not going to be studying. But it's all good. You know what I mean? Maybe that's your lesson, to start fasting. Eat a book. Eat some knowledge. Fill yourself up in other ways. Because the priesthood is dead. Ain't no Noble Drew Ali coming down on no clouds or nothing like that. No Jesus. Heru's not coming back. You know what I mean? None of these Orishas and all that stuff. These people are pretty much abandoned by their ancestors because they don't honor them. And it made them into demons. Now demons are running around trying to get you to be demons with them. Don't fall for it. I don't care what the temptations are. If you're on nationality and birthrights, use Noble Drew Ali as a shield. I'm in the Adab chamber, I'm telling you that Noble Drew Ali is a shield that can be used as protection at any time once you have faith in what the Prophet brought. He said he wants faithful Moors. And all the Moors that are faithful, maintain that faithfulness. Because priesthood is dead. Everything was given to you. People lied and told you secrets and Adab chamber and all that stuff. And none of that stuff exists. All that stuff is a fraud. All that stuff is masonry in the Moorish Science Temple. Anybody talking about Adab chamber and you can't come in and all that type of stuff is masonry that they're pushing.